Our next presenter is a very exciting company. It's NexTech AR. The company stock symbol is NEXCF. I'm actually very new to the story. The company is the only pure play stock in the augmented reality space, which is going to be really the next big thing in tech very shortly. We're starting to hear more and more about it. Apple is making a major commitment, major investment in the space. So let's please welcome our next presenter, the CEO of NexTech AR Solutions Corp, Evan Gappelberg, and he's going to tell us more about this exciting opportunity.
Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. It was very interesting watching the previous presentation. Cannabis has definitely been a hot sector to be invested in, and I believe very firmly that augmented reality is the next hot technology and next hot stock sector to be invested in. NexTech is doing pioneering work in spatial computing. The future is here now. Augmented reality and artificial intelligence have merged. They're transforming our world into a 3D spatial computing wonderland. And NexTech is publicly traded on the OTC. Our symbol is NEXCF. On the CSE, our symbol is NTAR. And so when you look at NexTech and you look at where we're at in the world of augmented reality, NexTech has a first mover advantage in this space. Augmented reality is growing at an 86% compounded annual growth rate, and NexTech is the only publicly traded pure play AR company. We have a very tight capital structure. I'm the largest shareholder. I've invested over $2 million of my own cash. I've bought a stock in every single financing that we've done, and I continue to buy stock every time that we raise money, every time we have an opportunity. We have an expert management team, expert advisory board, blue chip partners, Shopify, Budweiser, LivePerson, and we have a recurring revenue model. We have a SaaS model, as well as an e-commerce division. If you look at the forecast for AR and VR, the market is exploding. I mean, in 2017, it was a $14 billion industry. 2018, $27 billion, and it's projected to reach $209 billion by 2022, which is basically straight up growth. It's nice to have the wind at your back in this industry. Google, Microsoft, Apple, Samsung, all the big tech firms are competing for being the first to market with a pair of AR enhanced glasses. I think Snap just announced that they're launching a new pair of glasses yesterday. As 5G is installed and becomes ubiquitous, you're going to see AR explode into the mainstream. And that's happening now, but it's going to accelerate in 2020. If you look at our capital structure, we IPO'd at 25 cents on the Canadian Securities Exchange. Right now, the stock's trading at around 75 cents, 77 cents. So we've essentially tripled in our first year of trading. Our market cap's around 43 million Canadian, which is around 33 million US. My opinion, extremely undervalued. We're off the radar, especially in light of the fact that we have about $2 million in cash in the bank, and we're projecting 10 times revenue growth in 2020. So we do have revenue, and we expect our revenue to go up dramatically in 2020. If you look at the management team, it's myself. I've Wall Street background. I've taken companies from zero to tens of millions of dollars in revenue, running hyper-growth startups for both public and private companies. Just a lot of experience in startups and in the public market specifically. Paul Duffy, creator of the human hologram, he's beamed pretty much anybody that is somebody as a hologram, including Justin Trudeau, including Carlos Sims, including Tony Robbins, Gary Vee, the list goes on and on. So he's an expert in the world of holograms. He's president of NexTech. Ruben Tasman was a former executive at Shutterstock, a multi-billion-dollar publicly traded company, decades of experience in the world of technology. Scott Jenkins, our CTO, Artemio. If you look at our advisory board, you'll notice that everybody who is somebody in the augmented reality space is on our advisory board. Ori Imbar sold his company to Apple, which became the basis for ARKit. He's now helping NexTech. Mike Bolin is kind of the industry's research analyst, and he has his tentacles everywhere in the AR VR industry, and he's helping NexTech as we make decisions and go forward with our business. Barry Sandrew, he's a visual effects pioneer. Everybody in Hollywood knows Barry. He's famous for converting 2D to 3D films. He's worked on over 100 Hollywood feature films, including Avatar, Titanic, and the Transformers. And Scott Starr, he's head of retail at Salesforce. Salesforce is a partner of ours. They're a multi-billion-dollar public company. What do? We turn things into 3D objects. We have the world's first omni-channel AR platform. That's very, very unique and very, very valuable. You have other companies that have what's called point solutions, where they might do AR for e-commerce. They might do AR for training. They might have an AR app, but none of them have all three. NexTech is the only company that has an omni-channel AR platform that allows us to turn 2D objects into 3D objects and then push them out into our app, push them out into our university or training platform, push them out into a web AR experience, or soon to be an AR experience in chat with our channel partner, LivePerson. If you look at NexTech, we are poised for success as the widespread AR adoption starts to soar. It's already begun. We do have the only omni-channel platform. It's called ARitize. We do have an e-commerce division, which is essentially our in-house lab, which allows us to test new technology. That e-commerce division, however, is also a source of revenue and cash flow. It's currently generating over $350,000 a month in gross revenue. So we are currently generating over $350 per month in gross revenue. If you look at the graph, Q3 we started to generate revenue. We reported roughly $550,000. Q4 that number almost doubled to a little over $1 million, and in 2020 we're projecting about $15 million in gross revenue, which is a dramatic increase, and we don't expect that to stop. We expect that kind of revenue growth as far as the eye can see. AR is a disruptive technology, and it's in a bull market, growing at an 86% compounded annual growth rate. Consumer adoption is growing very quickly. In 2019, 75% of consumers expect retailers to offer AR. So consumers are looking for augmented reality experiences. By 2020, it flips. 75% of retailers will actually offer. So the consumer demand is driving the adoption, and NexTech sits right in front of this tidal wave, supplying the software, the technology, the platform, the ability to convert 2D objects to 3D. And as that continues to accelerate, we believe that NexTech's value is going to accelerate as well. If you look at our two platforms, we have two revenue generating business verticals. One is our SaaS platform, which includes ARitize, the NexTech AR platform, turnkey solution for AR. We have hosting services, that we charge a monthly subscription for. That's recurring revenue. We also have an e-com business where we have wholly owned subsidiaries where we're selling product online. All of our subsidiaries have augmented reality integrated into their platforms, and we're testing new technology. It allows us to be light years ahead of our competitors. We also use AI as a way to figure out a customer journey, what's working, what isn't working. Here's a video which kind of shows a little bit of our tech. That's Mr. Steak. We beam him into our office as a hologram. To his left is the real grill. To the right is the augmented reality grill. You can't tell the difference. He's a brand ambassador. Imagine beaming him into your home. That's Sharon. She's being beamed into somebody's home. You can see the computer screens floating around her. Again, she's explaining and acting as a brand ambassador. This is a live stream. You have an exploding view of an object. This is another AR experience in Las Vegas dispensary. There's a cannabis bud. That's Chris beamed in as a hologram. Again, an exploded view of an object that she's explaining. Think about all the training applications. Think about all the learning for students. It's pretty much unlimited. That's Tony Robbins being beamed as a hologram. The key takeaway here is that look at all those people. He's not there. That's a hologram. All those people are jumping up and down and clapping with him as if he is there. Gary Vee as a hologram. Again, this is Paul Duffy's work. Look at all those people in the audience. It just shows you that there's a tremendous amount of demand for the technology that we're bringing to market. We're targeting 3 verticals, AR for e-commerce, AR for education and training, and AR for entertainment with our Hollywood studios. The key takeaway here is that there's no app required. Our tech works on your mobile device. It works on your desktop. It works on your iPad. So, you know, everybody has the ability. You don't have to go out to buy a pair of glasses. There's over 4 billion mobile devices currently installed. That's our installed base of users in the market today. And it makes a significant difference. Results-driven technology. We're seeing conversions soar by 400% more with ARitize, which is our web-based AR e-commerce solution. Sampling of current live AR e-commerce subscribers. These are people that are paying us. If you look at Zoltan David Jewelry, if you look at Touchtone Home Products, Just Vertical, Mr. Steak, all of those people are subscribers to the NexTech platform, and they pay us a monthly fee. Here's another, well, that was a video. Hold on a second. There we go. So this is our LivePerson demo. Kelly's out shopping with a friend for a dress for an upcoming party. Her friend recommends checking out the Tamara Mellon Instagram page for stories. Boom, she's taken into the Tamara Mellon LivePerson chat. There's the shoe. Next thing that happens, LivePerson's chatbot, this is all AI driven, comes into play. Interaction begins. As soon as the chatbot recognizes that there's an actual buyer with the intent to buy, it switches over to a live person, Marissa. She's the personal shopper at Tamara Mellon. Next thing that happens is there's exchange of information. The live person serves up NexTech's AR solution, pair of Tamara Mellon shoes, bingo. Now it's in the buyer's home environment. They're able to look at the shoes next to a dress. Does it match? Is it exactly what I'm looking for? Yes, I think it is. Great. You know what? Let's go to checkout. Goes back into the chat and it's in stock. One touch buy, Apple Pay, thumbprint, and $575 plus tax and shipping charged to your credit card. It's that simple. We believe that this is going to change the world of commerce in a very big way. We believe that the conversion rates are going to soar as people are able to try before they buy. Very powerful partnership with LivePerson. We're just activating that now. In the next 30 days, there should be some data, some analytics that we can talk to investors about. Right now, we have a case study underway with the Wright brothers. We're using sentiment analysis with computer vision and machine learning. There's a lot going on there. If you look at web, AR, and chat, and you're wondering, what makes it so compelling? Well, one is you don't need a special AR app. There's billions of smartphones, tablets, and computers that are already installed and capable of showing AR. And NexTech and LivePerson are putting AR natively inside two of the most ubiquitous applications in the market today, and that's web browsers and chat apps. And we're touching the customer at every point of their journey, which is a really big deal. I mean, we're talking about industries that are in the trillions of dollars. Here's some data and analytics. Block Scientific is seeing over 50% engagement with 3D objects. Those are one of our customers. These are some of the stats. Just Vertical is seeing a much higher conversion of add to cart when users are in the 3D AR view. In general, people see 2%, 3% conversion online. With our AR solution, it's jumped to 6% for Just Vertical. That is a very significant increase. For vacuum cleaner market, which is one of our brands, we're seeing about the same increases. So it's adding a tremendous amount of value. Here's a 19-day study. Nothing changed except adding the AR, and revenues went up over 100%. Time on the site was up 30%. These are very significant increases, and it's driving the mass adoption of AR. Here's some of our customers: New Balance, Budweiser, LivePerson's channel partner, Walther Arms, Block Scientific, and we're adding new customers every day. Some augmented reality peers and early adopters: Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, Google, Shopify, Snap, Vuzix. I mean, the list is a list of blue chip major tech companies. And then you have NexTech AR Solutions with a $40 million market cap, Canadian, or roughly 30 million US. Apple's commitment to AR, if anybody has a finger on the pulse of bringing new technologies to market, Apple is it. Tim Cook says, simply put, we believe augmented reality is going to change the way we use technology forever. We're already seeing things that will transform the way you work, play, connect, and learn. And, Tim Cook, again, he sits at the top of the mountain. There's an Apple analyst, Ming-Chi Kuo, who believes glasses, AR-enhanced glasses or AR-enabled glasses from Apple will come to market in 2020. And it'll be an accessory just like the Apple Watch that'll allow you to have a hands-free AR experience, which I believe is going to be a major catalyst for the industry. We're part of the Kronos Group. This is a group that's working together to figure out the best AR standards. Within that group, you have Google, Adobe, Deloitte, Shopify, Pinterest, NVIDIA, Samsung, NexTech. It's not bad to be part of that group. Upcoming catalysts in Q4 2019, we expect to be cash flow positive. That's a very big deal for NexTech. We expect that we will be cash flow positive. 2020, we're expecting hyper growth, seeing our revenue scale by 10 times. In 2020, we're also expecting Apple to release their AR glasses. We're expanding our portfolio of patents. We have a portfolio currently of 5 patents, and we're expanding. We're also currently looking for a new CFO. As we go through this hyper growth phase, we want to have an experienced team to help guide the company. We also expect some very large brand name new account signups in Q4. Again, why own NexTech? First mover advantage in the fast growing AR market, well capitalized, tight share float, only pure play. Management is heavily aligned. Again, I'm the largest shareholder, investing over $2 million of my own money into NexTech. Revenue is growing dramatically, and we're all experienced entrepreneurs. Thank you, and I'll open it up to any questions.
Okay, Evan, that was, really very compelling. I mean, your company really kind of fits the bill of our, next super stock presenters here. Really, it's a game-changing technology. So we have a couple of questions that came in. Again, these are last night. Again, anybody who's in the audience right now, please submit your questions now. We'll give them to Evan. So 2 questions. The first one is from Wilson. Wilson asks, what specific effect in terms of sales has your technology had on the companies that have implemented it?
We're seeing a 300 to 400% increase in conversions. Those are very, very significant numbers. And that's the reason why people are investing billions of dollars into augmented reality.
Okay, so the next question is from Satnam. This is an interesting question. What is the goal for NexTech AR share pricing in the next 2 years? At what price would you consider a success?
So I can't put a share price out there, but I can say that I feel that our current value is extremely low, and that if you see 10 times revenue growth, you should see 10 times appreciation as well.
Okay, let's see. Do we have any questions? It looks like that's it for our questions right now. So if anybody has more questions afterwards, after we go on to the next presenter, please send them in through through your registration form, and we're actually going to ask Evan next week. We have him scheduled for an interview, and we'll get all those questions answered then. Evan, thank you very much.